SpaceX launched a fresh crew to the International Space Station, setting the stage for NASA astronauts Butch Wilmore and Sunita Williams to return home after 9 months in space. Now, SpaceX Falcon 9 rocket with 4 crew lifted off at around 4:33 a.m. Indian Standard Time from NASA's Kennedy Space Center in Florida, carrying 4 astronauts who will replace Wilmore and Williams, both of whom are veteran NASA astronauts and retired U.S. Navy test pilots. And they were the first to fly the Boeing Starliner capsule to the ISS in June, remember. Now, the transition will enable Wilmore and Williams to hand over operations and finally return home after spending 9 months in space. NDTV science editor Pallav Bagla has more details.
It now seems, finally, Indian origin astronaut Sunita Williams and Butch Wilmore are one step closer to coming back to Earth. Today morning, India time, the SpaceX Falcon 9 rocket carrying 4 astronauts was supposed to be the replacement crew on board the International Space Station, lifted off at 4:33 a.m. India time. After a nearly 10-minute journey, the 4 crew members on board the Crew-Dragon, 2 Americans, 1 Japanese, and 1 Russian cosmonaut were in space. This now paves the way for the SpaceX Crew-Dragon in about 28 hours to go and dock with the International Space Station. The liftoff and the subsequent events went on as planned, and the docking will take place sometime very early morning on Sunday. Astronaut Sunita Williams and astronaut Butch Wilmore have been at the International Space Station for over 9 months. Their mission started on an 8-day journey on the Boeing Starliner spaceship on its maiden visit. The Boeing Starliner had several issues, and finally, NASA decided to abandon the Boeing Starliner and bring it back without the crew. Since then, astronaut Sunita Williams, who started off doing maintenance on the International Space Station, finally did many experiments in space, becoming the commander of the International Space Station. Today, she has spent over 9 months in space. What started off as an 8-day mission has become 9 months in space. Astronaut Sunita Williams calls space her second home. And now, if all goes well, hopefully on March 19th, she will come back to Earth and then meet her family once more. So the International Space Station, which has been continuously occupied for the last 25 years, will see another 4 crew members joining onto the International Space Station, and then on a different Crew-Dragon, astronauts Sunita Williams, Butch Wilmore, an American astronaut Nick Hague, and another astronaut would return back to Earth. It has been a roller coaster ride for Indian origin astronaut Sunita Williams when she is in space. But every time she has interacted with people on Earth, she has not expressed any displeasure of being in space. In months to come, an Indian astronaut, Group Captain Shubhanshu Shukla, is also likely to ride on a SpaceX Falcon 9 rocket and a Crew-Dragon and go to the International Space Station. So as of now, all set for a docking at the International Space Station by the Crew-Dragon after 28 hours after liftoff. And if all goes well, March 19th could be the day when astronaut Sunita Williams and Butch Wilmore will come back from the extended sojourn in space. In New Delhi, Pala Bagla for NDTV.